Hey everybody, you might not know me. My name is Daniel and I'm a Dutch magic content creator. Why is that important, you ask? It's almost MagicCon time. That means it's time for a lot of you to travel to my home country, the Netherlands. So in this video, I will tell you things that might be useful traveling to and through this country. I will also show you some food recommendations, cool shops, musea, and things to visit while you're here. Some of our local snacks and things you might not know about us, and of course some local LGS you can visit. Feel free to find me on social media to ask me all sorts of questions about traveling here. You can find me on Twitter at DanielKaneRebel. I will put it down here. First off, welcome to the Netherlands. Thank you for visiting the lands of dance music, Dutch masters, wooden shoes, and yes, we know that substance some of you like. The Netherlands currently has 70 million residents and is only 416 square kilometers. Our favorite sport is, of course, soccer, which we... Your first step in our country will probably be at Schiphol by plane or at Amsterdam Central by train. So let's talk plane. If you enter the arrival hall of Schiphol, you might get overwhelmed because there's a lot of travel options. Let's break them down. The three cheapest ones to take are either train. You can pay by holding your debit card or credit card against the check-in poles, as shown here. When leaving a station, these poles will also check you out, and then they will charge you on your account. Pay attention, a lot of these stations have checkout gates. They work the same, just check out, pass the gate, walk through it, and you're good. Don't wait too long because the gates will close again. Trains from Schiphol leave at platform 1 and 2 around every 3 minutes and cost €3.30 to Amsterdam Central. If you are based somewhere else in the country, there is a train going from Schiphol to that point of country. You can also find all train info at www.ns.nl, and in the right corner, and I will show that to you, you can find translate to English, which is really nice. Uber is an option, but it's way more expensive and costs you around €40 to go from Schiphol to Amsterdam Central. Only use Uber if this is your Airbnb or hotel and it's not manageable by train, tram, or bus. Otherwise, use public transportation. Same goes for taxis on Schiphol. These people will rip you off. Don't do it. If you come in by train and you want to go around, the best is the trams, the buses, and the subway. You can find everything you need about these on Google Maps, of course. Or you can add me at Twitter and I will help you find a good position or a nearby station or something like that. I love the entire public transportation network of this country, so I'll help you out. In all cases, watch out for pickpocketers, especially at night. Use AirTags where possible and keep your passport and other belongings close on you. So let's start getting to the con. From Amsterdam Central, you can take the fast metro network of Amsterdam as well. It works the same with the check-in and check-out poles as the train. You just put your debit card in front of the gate, it opens, you walk through. And when you're done using the train, you just put it against it and you walk out again. It's amazing. In case of using the metro, it's either you take the 51 to Isolatorweg and get out at the metro station Amsterdam Rai, which will have you end up in front of the Rai where MagicCon is. Or you take 52 to Station Zuid and change on the 51 to Isolatorweg. Changing at Zuid is really easy. Follow the signs. There's no need to check in or check out. For transfers on the same line, that means if you use metro and you take in the metro, you don't have to check in and check out again. If you use train, you transfer, you don't have to use one of those poles again unless you leave the station again. Skip taking the bus for these. Buses are way longer, way fuller, and very unclear where you have to get off. Also, when going to the Night of the Living End after party, you can do two things. You can take the train from Amsterdam Rai to Amsterdam Zuid, which is Amsterdam South, and from there on, you can take a tram to Q Factory, or you take the train to Muiderpoort, and you can get off at Muiderpoort and walk for 5 minutes. One good thing to notice, at the end of the party at 1 o'clock, there will be a lot of work on the train tracks, which means we cannot use the train to go back to where you came from. So in that case, I would suggest using either taxis that are there. They have their own taxi service at Q Factory, or use an Uber. That easy. Let's talk things to do, and after that, we'll talk things to eat. Amsterdam has a plethora of cool museums. Of course, the famous Rijksmuseum, which has the Nachtwacht by Van Gogh. Tickets cost $22.50 and you can just buy them there. Same goes for the cool Stedelijk Museum. They have Mondrian and Picasso. Tickets cost $22.50 as well. And the really cool Van Gogh Museum, which has, of course, Van Gogh. Tickets are $22, but can only be ordered online. So I'll put the link down here. We also have the Science Museum Nemo and the Anne Frank House. The last one is something you must see. However, lines are so long during this trip, it could take half a con day to get in and might be something you want to do when you return to Holland. A cool thing we have is we have really cool parks, amazing parks like Vondelpark, which is a must visit for every nature lover. And one of my favorites is the Amsterdamse Bossen. However, Vondelpark is easy accessible with public transportation or by walking if the weather is good. We don't know. It's the Netherlands. We never know if weather is good. The Amsterdamse Bossen is not so much available by public transportation. If you really are a nature lover, you can go there. If not, put it on the list for the next time. Another cool thing we have is the Edam Tower. That is the big tower next to Central Station. You need to take a pond to get there. It has an assortment of cool stuff, including a disco elevator and a rooftop hangout. It, however, is very pricey. You can do a swing from, I think it's 34 floors. For everybody coming in, it's not that big of a deal because your buildings are probably way higher than ours. Karaoke-wise, there are a couple of good places. First of all, the Night of the Living End party on Friday at Q Factory. You can still get your tickets somewhere below here on the Wizards website. Get a ticket. We're going to have a good emo party. I will be there. The Duke of Tokyo is really cool and is found at Reguliersdwarsstraat, which is easy with public transportation. You take Metro 52 to Station Zuid. You stop at the Rokin, or you take trams for 14, and from that, it's a small walk. And now, finally, food. Amsterdam has a great selection of food. I could go on and on and on about it, but I'll go about it in a speedy fashion. I marked it down to close at the convention center and to a bit further away and just my favorites of things to eat in Amsterdam. But I reckon there's not that much time for people to move around. If you want to go to the party, I suggest on Friday you just stay in the vicinity of the Rai. But maybe on Friday or on Saturday you can explore, and on Sunday as well. So, close by the convention center for breakfast and lunch, we have the Uitsmijter. It is very close by. It has good sandwiches and good coffee. Or you can go to the Scandinavian Embassy Bakery Shop, which is also close by. For dinner, there's a lot of things we can do. We have Kaya, which is a contemporary Greek, which is very close by. We have Insieme, which is an Italian, which is close by. We have Michu, which is Eastern fusion, which is close by. My favorite is Takumi Ramen, which is, I think it's a 10-minute walk, which is close by. And for the vegans, we have Aubergine, which is really, really good. So further away, for breakfast and lunch, we have Amelag, which is amazing. There's several Amelags in the city. We have Greenwoods at Keizersgracht, and we have the Breakfast Club. Not the movie, the actual Breakfast Club. For dinner, these are three of my favorite things to eat. We have Mu, which is sushi, which is next to the studio that makes Horizon Zero Dawn. So that's really cool and a really nerdy thing. They also made Killzone, if people still know that game. We have Zaza, which is super fancy but very affordable. So if you want a fancy dinner with your friends, you can go to Zaza. And my favorite is below the Edam Tower I just talked about. It's THT, which is a really cool restaurant run by Paradiso, which is one of the biggest music venues we have in Amsterdam. Their food's amazing. It's all small bites you can share with each other. The view is amazing from there, and it's pretty affordable. So last but not least, we have a great local game store in Amsterdam called The Gamekeeper. It's at the Hartenstraat 34. Go visit them and say hi. It's a small shop. They do have an incredible booster selection. They do not sell singles, but it's really cozy. If you have more time, though, go visit Bazaar of Magic in Delft. That is a truly spectacular visit if you're a Magic lover. But hey, it is in Delft, which is a 1 and a 15-minute train ride from Amsterdam, I believe. This was a really quick roundup. I promised you snacks. Well, snacks are quite easy. As a matter of fact, yes, we do eat cheese, but our local snacks are basically licorice and stroopwafels, and that substance you people like. So go get that. Be safe, though. Make sure you always have a local emergency contact if you're going to do the last. If you're not going to do the last and you only take licorice and stroopwafels, just brush your teeth. So yeah, once again, welcome to the Netherlands. My name was Daniel. I'll put my socials below. Welcome. I wanted to make a very fancy video with all sorts of footages, but sadly, time was not on my side. Neither was budget. We spent budget in making the studio happen. If you see me on the con, come say hi. I would love to. I have a schedule. I'm gonna do a meet and greet on Saturday at 12 p.m. You can find me there. I am going to play in Brian David Marshall's cocktail party, and I'm looking for opponents. So if you want to face me, come and take me on. I'll be there with all the Dutch MTG content creators. So go check out Keukentafel MTG or the Mana Burners. Check out Tipsy Goat. They'll be around. And I will do 2 panels, one for mental health on Sunday and one with hidden nerd talks with 3 very big celebrities in this country who play Magic the Gathering. So I'm really, really excited for this weekend. Come say hi. And welcome again to the Netherlands. If there's anything, I'm here to help. And